theoretically, I don't know too many men who don't like WAP, and I also don't know too many women who don't want WAP. So theoretically, everybody kind of wants WAP, but in this video, it's so sexually explicit. It's just kind of like, peace, love, and light. It is the Goddess Sneak Night. This is the Blackest Truth, where I take the not so easy topic of racism, white supremacy, break it down, and make it easier for us to maneuver through. Recently, Cardi B and Megan Stallion came out with the WAP wet ass punane video, and it has everybody buzzing. Obviously, we here right now, so I'm going to divide this video into 3 parts. Okay, I'm gonna first dissect the video. We're gonna talk about the nitty gritty. Second thing, I'm going to talk about what it is doing to the culture. Obviously, you are here for a reason, and my platform dissects white supremacy, and we talk about what we have to do in the Black community. So that's the second part. And then lastly, I'm going to give my personal opinions, because y'all really don't give 2 shits about that anyway, all right?
Real quick, family, I know there's an echo in the background. I hear it. I have moved apartments, and I'm currently looking for a new studio. If y'all could just be a little bit patient with me, I guarantee you by the end of the month, it's going to sound like butter, baby. Stay tuned.
So if you are new to the channel, what I need you to do is hit that red subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get all of the latest videos. And then lastly, check down in the descriptions and then go to Houston CBD's Health and Wellness. Appreciate y'all for sponsoring this video. Let's get into it. So the video starts here. So as we can see coming in, it's a lot of water. Obviously, the goal is to be wet as punane. I want to pause it right here because something that I want to point out is this was directed by Colin Tilley. Colin Tilley himself is a white director who is very, very notable in the music industry. He did Rihanna's Wild Thoughts. He did Chris Brown's Deuces, Look at Me Now, featuring Lil Wayne. Not only to mention that, I just wanted to show y'all who his personal companion is. It's very interesting how non-Black men, no matter how much they assimilate into our culture, still take one of their own women. Just simple, something I wanted to point out. So notice how this video comes in. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. I want to point out 3 things. Notice how Cardi B comes around the corner and the focal point is automatically on her. You already have the first ism in the video, colorism. This is something big. It's subtle, but it's there. So Cardi, if you look throughout the video, leads the camera. She leads with, obviously it is her song, but still she leads with the privilege. So she has light skin privilege in this video, but you could definitely see it. Even the camera pays closer attention to her and she just gets more shine. Megan is on her knees a lot more. She's lower than Cardi in a lot of positions. So I want y'all to pay attention to that. And if you didn't notice that, then it was definitely there. Something else is, notice how the breasts and the booty are in gold. This is to indicate worth, value. So you value this. This is what you are marketing. This is what you are showing to the world, because this is Black woman, what your value is. Subtle, but white supremacy. Subtle, but there. Even got the damn tigers up in here having sex. Ooh, they nasty. These folks nasty. So as you can see, the video is just extremely provocative, very sexy, tongues out, lots of skin showing, breast out, thighs out. It's interesting because we know Black people historically and culturally are religious. So anytime we look at snakes, we think something negative, we think something demonic, we think, see, that's how Eve fucked around and messed around, and that's why we here. That's exactly why we here. Anytime we see snakes, we think, see, this is why we here. So I think it's something subtle. However, it's also relative that you see the snakes and they're surrounding Black women. You indirectly are saying that these women partially are the cause and can be the cause of downfalls. Let's get back to the video. Now notice also here, you see it's kind of like a Willy Wonka effect. Obviously Cardi is at the top. Furthermore, even Cardi's in the front. You see again, light skin privilege. This is the lead. But what's crazy is Megan bodied this song. This verse right here is crazy. Megan totally bodied the song, and I feel like she gave it a lot of value. Had it not been for this verse, the song really wouldn't have just snapped. Just how she came in with her lyrics, I thought that they were really, really good. Another thing that I want to start pointing out, 2 other isms that I want to point out. is as y'all are noticing all of this, see how they're dancing, see how they all have their hair. These are wigs, these are units. You got colorism in this video, but you also have sizeism. Notice there's no woman over the size of a 10 or 12, and you also have texturism. Where the natural hair at? Where's the 4A, 4B, 4C, 4D? Yeah, we even come in 4D. Where is it at? It's not in the video. When you wonder, why do you hate wearing your natural hair? When you wonder why you never take off a wig, and you wonder why your spouse or your partner or your mom or your grandmother or your sister, your family members, your friends are just kind of like tapped into a life of spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on hair care products to basically take this away, it's because of videos like this. These are popular women. These are women, regardless of if I follow them or not. You have a lot of Black women who do follow them and aspire and look up to them and different things like that. So their look is what Black girls and Black women also want to look like. So these are the subtle, covert ways that white supremacy tells you, you want to be light-skinned, you want to be thin, you want to have straight hair. You know, if you have brown skin, you're supposed to go on the bottom. You go to the back. This is that subtle, small conditioning. This is just one video. This is outside of commercials, movies, real life experience. This is not even adding that in. So just imagine, if I've watched this video 10 times, imagine what it does to the child who watches it 25 times and then goes off to school and sees something else. White supremacy is a system, okay? And not to mention just the glorification of hoe culture. We're going to talk about this. What is hoe culture? What is it doing to our community? What it's not new. It's something that's been around for generations and generations. It's something that just changes, and it evolves in the Black community because white people are the puppet masters and we are the puppets. But like I said, we're going to get there. So something interesting about this video that I think stood out to everybody, especially me, is when this happened. When I saw this, I was like, what the fuck? Wait, now, I can't let up on this. This is serious what just happened right here. I can't casually breeze by what happened here. If you pay attention in that video, the music stops when Kylie Jenner comes in, okay? Now, I suspect the reason why the music stops is because the music in the back is chanting, there's some hoes in this house, there's some hoes in this house, and surely a white woman couldn't be a hoe. Surely Kylie Jenner isn't a hoe. So the music has to cease when a white woman is walking through, because the music song, what it even describes, isn't aimed at her. So that's the first thing. The music has to stop. Secondly, notice she's more covered. Notice she's sexy, but it's kind of like a sexy classy. She's not doing anything overly sexual. She's simply walking. She's not only walking, she's walking in the middle. Not to the wall, not kind of like sensually playing. She's the center of attention. It starts from her train, indicating power. If you know a train, the longer the train is, the more wealth, esteem, power. You coming up her tail or the train of her outfit, and then it comes around to the front, basically saying that she is a prize. The music stops, and then she walks into a room, and what immediately happens after that is what? You see Cardi B in a full ass split. The Black woman comes back into the scene. The music proceeds. There's some hoes in this house comes back on. When the Black women come back on, Cardi B is in a total split. Ass is on placow. You see the peacock, everything. Long hair there. And then immediately after that scene, Megan Thee Stallion comes in with a white tiger leotard on in the very same position. Split, open legs, okay? So when a white woman comes in, she has closed legs, she's walking, more respectful, a lot less sexual. The minute her scene is over, the music proceeds to come back in. Black women getting back to doing what Black women are supposed to do. This is what, when we talk about hoe culture overly sexual. Sexualization of Black culture is a big thing, especially in the West. The West or America is very sexualized, and you have people who aren't from the West who watch our videos, and it's just kind of like, y'all do stuff like that. Even some of the ways that we dress, if you go to other parts of the world, you couldn't even dress like that because it's just too revealing, versus here it's just regular, it's just normal. So not only Kylie Jenner, but at the end of this video, there's also another white woman, Rosalia. Rosalia is a singer. She has this red outfit on. Notice the two white women in the video were the least sexualized and the most covered. They had the most clothes on and they were the least sexual. The two non-Black women in this video. White supremacy. This is a system, okay? This is the area of people activity I'm talking about, known as entertainment. How you fuck up the mind of Black folks in entertainment. This is how you do it, folks. And I don't know about y'all, but this whole tongue out thing is really just in the video. The minute the video came in, they was in this position where they tongue out, you know, all throughout the video, tongue out. After a while, I'm just kind of like, can it be like, you know, it was cute when Gabrielle Union used to do like the little tongue in like the little 2000 movie, like, you know, you just under the teeth a little bit, but now just like like the whole tongue out. It's just really starting to become a bit much. Now, this last scene is interesting because, you know, with all of the other isms that they put in there, the last ism that they managed to just sneak in there was that right there, that lesbianism. How do you slowly get a people to change? By making them think it's gradually okay and it's regular, it's normal. The whole expression of sensuality between Black women in this video and overexpression of it, and even in other places, in other movies, and other TV sitcoms and videos, that subtle, small introducing and always dropping it in there. You gradually convince everybody that it's normal, it's natural. It's a Club Guide song out right now that says, Club Guide say, throw that ass, poke it out. I ain't gay, but I let a bitch eat me out. I ain't gay, but I let a bitch eat me out. Gradual, subtle, small. Just throw it in there. White supremacy. Now, mind you, this is not the first explicit song. This, in my opinion, is like the 2020 version of Nicki Minaj's Anaconda. However,
hope that you're going to check out Houston CBD's Health and Wellness. Go on their site, type in your information, and look for their products. They have this elderberry syrup that's really, really good. They have Batuna oil, massage oil, tincture, gummies. Baby, they got it all, okay? Make sure you look down in the description box for Houston CBD's Health and Wellness.
It is not the first explicit song. It's not the first explicit woman song. It's not the first explicit song. Like, you got What It Is, Ho, Whisper Song. You got Nasty Song by Lil Rue. You got Slob on My Knob. Do you need me to go all the way back to Minnie Riperton's Inside My Love? What do you think Minnie Riperton was talking about Inside My Love? Juicy Fruit by Umsume? Come on. Juicy. WAP 2020 is Juicy Fruit. This is not anything new. The only thing that's new is how outlandish it is. With every generation, it becomes less discreet and more outlandish. So I think it's how sexual the video is, how much skin, just how out there. It's that really starts to make us feel like this is something new. However, there's nothing new under the sun. You had brothels back in the 1800s, and you had, you know, strippers, and there's nothing new. This isn't anything new. But let's talk about what it does to the culture. What is this doing to the culture? What is this influencing, okay? So if y'all seen that video, that's WAP. Go watch it in your own time. I'll also leave it down in the description. Let's talk about what it's doing to the culture. Simply keeping up the degradation standard. You as the European, remember, if you are thinking as the European, if you put yourself in a position of white folks and always be putting yourself on the offensive end to lead and to control and dictate what is happening in the community, then every single generation you update the degradation, you update the trash. Okay, so this year I had Black men doing this, Black women doing this. You know, whole culture and gangster culture is synonymous. On this end, I got Black men killing themselves and thinking it's cool. On the other end, I have Black women glorifying being overly sexual, only wanting him for sexual gratification and monetary gratification. Those things are thrown on the culture. Remember, Colin Tilley directed this video. You know, we always think just because the artist is Black that it is being dictated by Black. No. See, you got to find the Black people who are willing to be bought. You got to find the Black folks who are willing to put out the content. You got Black artists. You got Lee Kelly 47 who don't show no skin, don't even show her face. But do you listen to her? You have Ciroc the MC. This queen has been out for years, who not only talks about this, but also has beautiful, eloquent, lyrical content. You have Rhapsody. You know, you have artists, Black, female rap artists, who rap nothing about this. But do they get the attention? Do they get the notoriety? This is partially because sex sells, and when someone isn't selling sex, it don't sell. But this is also partially because white folks are the puppet masters. They're controlling all of this, all of it. Mind you, can I just point this out? Megan Thee Stallion is also going to school right now to get her degree. You have Cardi B, who, like she said, she don't cook or clean, but she still got a ring. You had Beyonce, who was singing about singleness. Meanwhile, she was married, expecting twins. You have gangster rappers who live in the suburbs. Essentially, these are people selling an idea, an image, a gimmick. It's a gimmick. It's not totally who they are. It might be a part of them. It might be a slippet, a slice of their ego, a slice of the nasty. But people, women, men who create a brand around themselves, it's a brand for a reason. You get what I'm saying? Like Will and Jada went to the Red Table Talk because they had to protect their brand. What does it do to the culture? It keeps the culture exactly where we are. White supremacy updates. It doesn't disappear. It doesn't go away. It changes. It updates. This is simply the next level of degradation, perversion of the Black community that needs to be attained and adopted as normal in order for the next 20 years of bullshit that we endure to endure. Okay? If you're selling Black people a positive image, if you're inspiring and influencing them to be better, they're not going to fall into the positions in the prisons and the cracks like you need them to. So you must have them listen and be engaged to content that will bring about the negative character that you need with them. Okay? So this is simply white supremacy doing what they do. What is it doing to the culture? Keeping us the same, which is the problem. Who we are is the problem. Okay? Now, what are my personal opinions of this song? It makes you want to sing along with it. And that's a part of one of the reasons why we need our own producers. We need to learn about millihertz. We need to learn about how music makes the body feel and how you naturally just start bobbing your head. You know, I will say lyrically, I think Megan Thee Stallion totally bodied this video. I really do. I think it would have been nothing with just Cardi B alone. And I will say outside of the video's content, if you just listen to the lyrics, especially if you listen to the explicit lyrics, you would hear, in my opinion, an alter ego of a woman. This is the same, like I said, equivalent of a song that is talking about gangster rap culture and killing Black men and doing negative things. You know, Rick Ross had a song where he's talking about putting Molly in women's drinks. You got Miguel who's talking about how many drinks will it take you to leave with me? Like, the only thing I'm talking about doing is having sex with you right now. So how many drinks do I have to buy you in order to get you? Okay, so this song is essentially one of those songs that you listen to in the club. You would be out of your damn mind to listen to every single day because it's not something you need to be listening to. It's not the type of content you want to listen to on a daily basis. This is what it's like the equivalent of bubblegum rap to me. If you saw me in a club, would you see me singing a song? Yes. I'm not gonna lie, you would see me singing a song. Would I listen to the song every single day and create a mantra around my life around it? Hell no. Absolutely not. I would not. Absolutely not. One, I can't, because after a while, just the fact that it says there's some hoes in this house, and I know that that doesn't define my character and who I am, I'm thinking about what can I switch that word out to? And just every time the word hoe or bitch or anything will come in a song, it will be like for me. And after a while, I'm like, yeah, I definitely can't listen to this every day. Maybe when it comes on the radio, maybe when I'm at a kickback, maybe, like I said, if y'all see me in a club, if y'all see me at a bar and the song comes on, I may be bobbing my head and singing. I'm just going to be very honest. But I would not subscribe to it like every day. It could never replace my Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. It could never replace my, it could never be a Earth, Wind, and Fire or a Commodores. It could never be a song of substance. You get what I'm saying? You have some songs that are for always be things that you play in the club, you play to get the crowd pumping. Then you got some songs that you play when you want to reflect, when you want to heal, when you want to grow, okay? So this will never be in one of those genres. That's just my personal opinion on the song. I don't think it's just like a totally great thing what they're doing. I think Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are simply doing what everybody else is doing. They getting their money by the means that they feel like they can get their money through and to. And Cardi B's even said herself, sex sells. Like, if y'all wanted to see something else and if it was so great, then why not tune into something like that? If it's not something you're interested in, then why are you even tuning in? So I just say like this. I wouldn't be singing the songs around my nieces and nephews. If I had children, I wouldn't listen to the song in the car with them. It's one of those things where it's just kind of like when me and my homegirls are drinking wine and we sipping and we alone and we play it and we having like our little ratchet moments, then it's one of those ratchet moments. But a ratchet moment is really a moment. It's not really who you are. It's just kind of like a moment, like a nigga moment. Every now and then you have to become a whole nigga on somebody to let them know that's not what we're doing. But then when you become your regular Black person, you're like, all right, don't make me do that again. It's kind of like one of those things. I'll end off with saying the negativity and the resistance that I feel around the song coming from Black men comes around, in my opinion, that ego of you can't do what I do. See, when the European colonized the world, he colonized the mind of the world. The European man by default is insecure. So when he took over the world through colonialism and took over his TV screen and took over his music and what his spiritual beliefs were and what was deemed as successful and unsuccessful, all of his insecurities he put in all of the men that he reared. I'm serious. The system of white supremacy, white people are insecure and white men are insecure. So I strongly believe that with colonialism, you have Black men who, under the supervision of white men under white supremacy, have also adopted their insecurities of, I as the man am this. You have to do what I say. I can do this, but you can't do it. I can be here. See, because the thing about white supremacy stands on injustice and inequality. There's no such thing as fair in white supremacy. That's the insecurity of the European and who he is. So when I think of the Black men, and not all Black men are annoyed or offended, it's just a handful of Black men that are offended or feeling like this is the issue with our community, hoe culture and all of this. I'm just kind of like, so hoe culture isn't the same as gangster rap. Hoe culture isn't the same as Usher's song, I'm ready to sign them papers. I'm endorsing the fact that I'm leaving my wife, divorcing the mother of my children. You don't see hoe culture just as detrimental as endorsing a song about divorce. You get what I'm saying? I don't like double standards. I don't like inequality. The Blackest truth exists because I don't appreciate white folks thinking that just because they born white and we born Black, they're gonna treat us some type of way. Fuck that. I don't give a good goddamn what your insecurity is and how you feel about me. You're not gonna relegate me to some type of life just because you feel as if that's the only way to maintain your power. It's the same thing to me when anytime I see somebody get unfair treatment or treated misfairly. I hate seeing it. I hate seeing it. I hate when men think that they can do things, but the woman can't do it. I hate when women say that I can feel this way. I want to be vulnerable. I want to be able to express myself. But when the man wants to express himself, he can't be that. He got to be strong. I don't like that. If it's good for you, it should be good for everybody. And if it ain't good for everybody, then it can't be fucking good for you. That's my thing. That's the main issue that I have with the resistance coming from some. And this is the problem with the Black community. The problem with the Black community is whole culture. I'll leave y'all with this. Who is your mom? The woman that birthed you. Was she a good woman, or was she a part of whole culture? Who was your mom to your dad? Was she the jump off? Was she the woman laying beside him every single night that you had the privilege of growing up with both of them every single day? Or was she the woman who might have accidentally found out about you? Who's your mom? Is your mama the Cardi B and the Megan the Stallion that you claim has nothing good to offer? Or is your mom Felicia Rashad? Or is your mom Mrs. Cosby? Who is your mom? I think that's one question I want to ask those brothers that's feeling so much resistance. And just overall, we have no control, family. We're not controlling these videos. We are not in the positions of power to say this is going to be the new standard. So we're even this argument, bickering about whole culture, bickering about gangster rap, just talking about how the music industry is not controlled by us. That is the problem. It is not controlled by us. So we're going to continue to argue. We're going to continue to have these issues. When we get to relegate what we see, then we won't have so many arguments because we're relegating what we see. But when we're only on the responding end, or always having to get what we get and get what's given to us and receive the crumbs, then yeah, it would make sense why we arguing. It's only crumbs. It's time to make our own loaves of bread. Start our own Hollywoods, following Tyler Perry's footsteps, and go beyond that. Build our very own Wakandas where we don't infiltrate and where we don't have no white friends that come along and help us. Okay? It's Gotta See Tonight. This is the Blackest Truth. I appreciate Houston CBD's Health and Wellness for sponsoring this video. See y'all next time. Be sure to click that subscribe button, subscribe to this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like and comment. Tell me what y'all think down in the comments. What did you feel like when you first saw the WAP video? What did you think when you first heard the lyrics? I want to hear y'all's opinions, all right? Be sure to go to theblackesttruth.com and sign up for TBT Gang because we waiting on you. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. We waiting on you. Bye, y'all.